Today we are talking about EDC, which is everyday carry. It's what I carry in my persons every day as I'm out and about. Hey, welcome back. My name is David, and today we're talking everyday carry. It's what I carry all the time. Today is going to be kind of a shorter version of it. I don't want to go into too many details about specific things, why I chose what I chose. To me, today is all about just kind of laying it out, letting you see where I'm at. Because, honestly, it's obviously an evolving thing. I find new things, I get rid of old things. But before we get into it, if you end up enjoying this content, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. All right, first up, in my pockets. Let's go with my pocket stuff. So in my pockets, car keys. I have a whistle on all my car keys. We've got 2 cars in the house right now. All of them are on these flexible keychains, and no real reason there. And then I've got these whistles, which are extremely loud, to make, just give us something to make some kind of noise, particularly if my wife's driving the car. If one of the kids takes the car out, there's at least, a little something to make a little bit of noise. So we got that with the Jeep keys, but it's also on the Tahoe keys. In my right pocket, normally if I'm wearing jeans, in my front pocket on my right side will be my actual wallet, and these days I'm running a money clip multi-tool thing, which details for all this stuff I'll put into the descriptions below if you're interested in any of it. Check it out. But this is actually a money clip. It's very, very cool, and it has all kinds of different attachments: bottle opener, screwdrivers, different size, fits different size nuts. There's a little pry bar and little nail lever there. There's a Phillips head right there. And again, I just literally use that for all of my wallet needs, and I've been doing that for a while. It was actually a gift from a buddy of mine. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. And he found a company down in South Carolina that makes these. And again, details are in the description box below. So I carry that on my right side. This is in my back pocket. Now, if I'm in my gym clothes, this is in my front right pocket, and this is in my left front pocket. This goes onto my right. This clips into my right pocket. This is the one I carry normally. Every now and then, if I'm dressing up or something, I'll get a little bit nicer knife. If we're going out or something, I'll tend to take a nicer one. But this is just the one that I beat up. Elementum, I think is what it's called, actually. But yeah, so that's there. And then in my left pocket with the car keys, I carry a little flashlight. This thing is fantastic. This is an Through Night Archer. I bought this for like 20 bucks, and it's turned out to be my absolute favorite flashlight. It is one of those that doesn't take batteries. It is a rechargeable using USB-C, which I am a big fan of. But the knife does change. Phones update. I might update my phone maybe once a year. And then I carry my Sling Bag, and I've gotten really into this. It's a fanny pack, but I don't carry it as a fanny pack. I carry it as a sling bag. I know there's a huge debate between whether to wear these as fanny packs, which is more manly, to wear them as a fanny pack or a sling bag. I don't know which is more manly, but I know that I'm more consistent keeping it on me if I sling it. If I actually try to put it on my waist and clip it, I don't do it. But if I just grab the bag, throw it over my shoulder, get it nice and comfy, and carry it like that, and I'll carry it into the grocery store, carry it into Walmart, no issues. So this bag I love. I know there's one from Eberly stock that I want to check out, but I haven't yet. This one is a Vertex one, and I've been extremely happy with it. It's got this front pocket here, and then it's got the main compartment here, and then it's got a back compartment here. The back compartment, I don't use at all. It's completely empty. I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but I don't use it. So in the front pocket, let's go in there first, because that's where all the good stuff is, really. In the front pocket, let's open it up. It is packed pretty full. I have we'll pull this out. This is a tourniquet. This is a rat's tourniquet. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these, but it's pretty sweet. It's much smaller than a regular cat style. It's a rat style. It's very, very thin, small, and actually fits in this bag. I've got a Band-Aid. There's one dude wipe. I've got 2 dude wipes because you need your tactical baby wipes for cleaning the tushy, if you know what I'm saying. I've got 2 Band-Aids in there. Got anything else in the medical piece? So in here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually kind of the main body of it. And then up here and here, there's it's a divided pouch kind of thing. So on one side, I keep the tourniquet and kind of the medical stuff. I know it's not really a first aid kit, realistically, right? I do care about a tourniquet and wipes and just the basic band-aids. One time, I wouldn't even carry the band-aids, but one time I went out with my wife and some friends, and I got cut on some glass, and the restaurant did not have a first aid kit. I don't know how they did that, but they did not have a first aid kit. So I ended up having to go into my main bug out bag, which I had in my car. I pulled out my whole trauma kit, and I didn't even have a regular Band-Aid in there either, but I did have duct tape and gauze. So I put some gauze on it and duct tape it, and we had fun the rest of the night. But it's kind of embarrassing that I didn't even have a Band-Aid. So 2 basic Band-Aids solve most of the problems that I really have. What else do I have in here? I've got a backup flashlight in here. Again, this is a rechargeable. This one, I think it's O-Light. I think this is an O-Light. Again, I'll put details. Check it out in the description box below for details on this one. But on this side, I've got the O-Light. I have an electric lighter. I'm not a smoker, but I do like having a lighter, and these rechargeable ones are awesome. It charges in the bottom using a micro USB, which is very, very cool. Little indicator light, and yeah, and it does this little plasma arc thing that you can light stuff with, and actually works really well. They try to make it fairly safe where you can't, if the lid's closed, you can't do it. I actually literally shocked myself with one of these. I've got several of these. I was at my desk just playing around with one, and I shot myself with it right here in the fingers. It woke me up, I'll give you that much, and it stunk. My office smelled like burnt skin. It was terrible. Anyway, I'm not very smart sometimes, but got that in there. And then also in the same little pouch, this little divider, I have one of these. This is a Leatherman Free 14. Kind of a cool little multi-tool. It's smaller than most standard Leathermans, like the big ones, but it's actually quite a bit more functional than the mini Leathermans, in my opinion. I like the way it sits and feels. It's got, check it out. It's pretty cool. So I got that in there. And then in the main pocket in here, chapstick. This is a little medical device which will read arrhythmias in your heart. I have atrial fibrillation, so I keep that with me, and then it pairs with my phone, and I can literally do that, and it'll help tell me if I'm having an AFib episode. Really, I know when I'm having one. It's just to confirm it and to make sure it passes. Then I have this handy dandy little blade. This is a Columbia River knife, I believe. Again, description below just to be sure. Yeah, it's a Columbia River knife and tool company. Just very cool little fixed blade. Again, I've got the full-size blade here. Not well, but it's a folder. But this is a very cool full tang, pretty sweet little blade for those types of things. And I have the little strap on there to throw around my neck if ever I need it. I have, again, also a little stainless steel compass, which is a pretty handy little thing to have. And this was actually kind of expensive on Amazon for it's a little button compass, but it's kind of expensive. I think I paid $25 for this thing. It's stainless steel. It's actually really well made. And that's what I wanted, was one that wasn't going to get crushed or broken, because I have broken so many of these in these types of situations, and I'll come back and the fluid's leaked out and it won't turn. But this one's pretty good. I put it on a little bit of cordage. Again, just so if I ever needed it, I can tie it on the outside and not have to get into the bag to get to it. So on the bag, if you look on the main pouch, which we haven't opened yet, you'll see this kind of pull tab, which is the actual Vertex one, which is pretty sweet. And I like them, but I wanted something that made it really easy to know which one to grab and which way to pull it. So I bought these Maxpedition ones off Amazon. They're a different color, and it's got a much bigger pull tab. Very easy to get my finger in there if I'm in a hurry, if I'm in a panic, to do that. So in here, I do have a pistol. We'll get that out in a second. But when I'm carrying it on my chest, I wanted a way to just be able to grab, rip it open, and go in. And that was my solution to it. So seems to work pretty well. This is a Springfield Hellcat Pro comp. It's got a compensator there. I'm being very careful with this because it's actually loaded with one in the chamber, so I'm not going to really fool around with it. I do have a Vortex red dot on there. the Pro Comp night sights. I have the 15 round magazine in there right now. And then I also have a spare magazine. So pull that out. And this is the 17 rounder that comes with it. So it comes with a 15 and 17. And so that's what I have in there. Put those off to the side. And then let me open this all the way up so you can see the main pouch just a little bit. If you look at the main pouch, Vertex has these, I think they're called origami or something. It's like a proprietary system they have of Velcro, but they have, this is actually a pistol holster and a magazine holster, and I have those just Velcroed in there, and they're really sturdy, but I have it angled. If you can tell, I have the pistol angled just a little bit, which makes it so that the bottom of the grip clears this zipper here. And so when I'm going to pull, I wanted to make sure I wasn't catching on that zipper. So I angled this just a little bit, and then the magazine is Velcroed in at the very, very bottom. But that's it. That is my everyday carry. This bag is really, really pretty solid. Again, there's a couple other bags I wanted to check out. I have another one that I don't like quite as much, which I bought off Amazon. It's more of a square vertical bag, and it's quite a bit bigger. And I started with that one, but I had just kind of overloaded it, and it was kind of heavy and awkward when I'd carry it. So then I went to this one, which is a lot more minimalistic, which means, for me at least, that I'm more consistent in carrying that with me wherever I go. So yeah, that's it. That's my everyday carry right now in 2025. Somebody may ask, what is the number one thing that I use in all of this on a regular basis? Because people are like, David, why do you carry all that stuff? Because you're never going to use it. I've never had to use a tourniquet in earnest, right? I've practiced with one. I've figured it out, but when it comes down to it, I've never actually used one in a panic situation, if you know what I mean, in an emergency. I've used this some. I use the knife, the compass. I've used actually the wipes. I regularly have to refill those. The thing I used the most, which I was shocked by, flashlight. I use this flashlight almost every day. It is an absolute trooper of a flashlight. It's fairly bright. I have to recharge it probably once every 2 weeks or so based on my current usage. I use the flashlight more than I use my pocket knife. What key things am I missing in my everyday carry? This is not a get-home bag. Usually I have one of those in the car. But what am I missing? Do I need more first aid? Do I need more light? Do I need better fire? What would you carry that I am missing? I'd love to know in the comments below how I could improve, because like all of you, at least I am trying to improve and get better at what I'm doing and trying to be more prepared and to deal with the situations that life tends to throw at you. If you have any feedback, leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We'll see you next time.